Hey folks, Doff Van Dale here, and I'm here to shoot a contest entry for Rachel's Ghost. Of course, Rachel has started a new channel. Apparently there was some kind of drama or shenanigans or something that occurred on her old channel. She does a great job of kind of mediating a three-ring circus of live streams. They're always lively, and yeah, I don't see how she does it. I don't know that I could manage something like that, but she's very good at it, and people tend to love it. She's always supported this channel, so we're going to show some support back and jump in on this contest. And glad to see that the channel's taken off again for her. So the questions were pretty straightforward. And the first one was show an album with a ghost on cover or album or band or even lyric. That was real easy for me. This was kind of a grail when I picked it up. It's the 77's Holy Ghost Building. Fantastic album. The 77's have always been a favorite band of mine. They rock. They are kind of blues, kind of alternative, but you know, they wear a lot of different influences on their sleeves. This particular project is more of a gospel blues rock project. Has never been pressed to vinyl. Man, I would love to see this on vinyl one day, but I got a feeling there are a couple other albums like Tom Tom Blues and A Field of Radioactive Scarecrows or Crows or whatever that album was. They're coming first, I got a feeling, but I keep hoping there'll be vinyl on this one day. Absolutely killer album. Some of my favorite songs on here are I'm Working on a Building, I'll Remember You Love in My Prayers, and I'm Going to Run to the City of Refuge. Great CD. Got some good artwork on it. So that's the 77's. So the second album she asked for was an album, a comeback album that dealt with the theme of resurrection or redemption. There was one album that immediately came to my mind, and that was Stryper, Reborn. This was a comeback album. They had broken up for a good long time, and then they came back with Reborn. This was actually supposed to be a Michael Sweet solo album. He was working on this album when the band decided to get back together, and so you have Reborn, and of course, Reborn immediately should come to mind the themes of redemption and resurrection. Good picture of the band on the back. It's kind of a cool deluxe edition that I recently picked up. It also has a fold out into a cross. And it was also pressed on beautiful yellow vinyl. So there you have it for question 2. Now, the third question. She wanted to see an album association with Michael from 45 RPM Audiophile. And that's because Michael helped her, gave her a big shout out, and helped push her up to 1,000. And that is really important because I can tell you with a smaller channel like mine, getting traction on YouTube is tough. I mean, it's super tough. And she's trying to run a live stream, and the ability to get the 1,000 was a big deal for her. So I don't blame her for wanting to shout out Michael. And if Michael could bottle that kind of power, I'm sure there are a lot of people that pay to get that kind of a rub. So anyway, so some of the things that we associate with Michael from 45 RPM are like audiophile records and also she also mentioned a German artist, and that was where I went with it, because earlier this year the Scorpions put out an album CD. I've got the CD, True Believer. This is a great record. The Scorpions are back in a big way. And what I would say about this, one, this will be one that as soon as I get the money, I'd like to track down on vinyl. But I'll do the same thing for the vinyl that I did for the CD. I held out on the CD for the deluxe edition that comes with extra, there's a good picture of the band, an extra disc. And because the songs on the extra disc, I feel, are extremely strong. And so when I go and get vinyl on this, I'm going to want to get the deluxe edition because the album is that good. And that's the Scorpions, True Believer. Great stuff. So that's my entry. Glad to see the channel is taking off again, and that people are enjoying themselves and interacting. Unfortunately, I don't get to, with my schedule now, I don't get to make it over there. I kind of peek my head in the door every now and then and maybe make a comment from the peanut gallery, but that's about the most I've been over there lately. But still, I mean, it's a good time for a lot of people in the VC, and just glad to see it's still there. And so that's my entry. I hope you enjoyed that, and we'll do this again real soon. Until then, peace.